Okay, I'm about to mount this seat bracket. See what I get. Right about there I get a little black dot, and that's basically the center of the seat. Center of the seat, center of the boat. And this one's got 4 holes, which I had to, in this bracket here, same as this one, I got holes every 3 inches going into the aluminum. This will put, I don't know if that's going to put me into the aluminum or into the wood. But here I'm going to go into the wood. So I may need to drill a little pilot hole on them. Something like that. But the way this is set up and shaped, got kind of a J on this side, and then it slides under this. So sitting more in here like this. I may have to come in and shave this down just a hair in order for that to fit, or shave that one down a little bit. I could probably try that. I haven't really looked much at the assortment of screws. So I got 8 wood screws, 2, 4, yeah, that'd be right, 8 wood screws everywhere. So I don't know. So I guess I mount this bracket first, then I'll have to line that one up with the plate here. So yeah, I'll probably have to take and shave a little bit off of that one. So we'll see how that comes along. I got finished bolting in the transom and got the handles on there. And then I had, since the wood was actually a little thicker than the piece that went over the top, I put this piece on here. This is off an old storm door. I took the wire wheel to it and got all the paint off. So, just about ready to get this thing on the water. And I'm still thinking about making some corner pieces here where I can mount my rear light. I want to put the plug-in style where I can unplug it when I don't need it, or if I'm just out for the day, you know, don't need it, so I don't have to take it along. And then I'm debating on making some little outriggers, and then if I do I want to mount them back here, or do I want to mount them up to the front? So, and then I've got a block of wood here, and this is kind of the idea for it. Mount that on there somewhere. Put this piece of pipe on. Then I got an elbow, and then a couple caps to put on the elbow. That way if I want to go to the very front of the boat and step over the seat, I got something I can kind of hang on to as I step over. So I got to cut the aluminum for that yet. So I guess I'll get the front piece of the seat mounted, and then we'll go from there. So I think I'll probably have to drill some pilot holes through that piece of angled aluminum. That way the wood screw doesn't have to dig through it. Okay, coming along on the seat bracket. The nice thing about this, once I have the seat completely mounted to it, I can slide it off one direction or another to take it completely out. And one nice thing too, even though there's only 2 screws back here, get it lined up. Can't pull it from the back, so I got to pretty much pull it from the front side. You know, there's only 2 screws back here. That shouldn't be a problem, because if anything, if I be leaning back, I'll be leaning back this direction, and it'll put most of the force here for pulling up. And I got 2 screws on top and then 4 across the front, so that should eliminate that from pulling upward. So now I got to mount the seat to it, and then make my cut my aluminum angle for that little mount up there, which that's going to be a little test on that one, because this one here, the wood I covered with fiberglass, and that one there I covered with Dollar Tree resin, casting resin. So kind of a trial, test it. I mean, the casting resin was basically 3 ounces of each. It has 3 ounces of each, and then for like $5. So can't beat that. It was windy out here today, so I know sometimes you get that wind noise, so I thought, well, I'm gonna try to block the wind from the camera, and then, even though I'm not aimed at what I'd like to be aimed at. Okay, so I'm gonna get this seat mounted, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I hope you can hear me with this wind, but and then the wind picks up. Right here's the center mark. The seat's about center, so the bracket sticks out just a hair there. And then I put a screw in over here, so if I slide that way, it's going to stop. I had to grind that down a little. Then I got my little kind of balance pole. So if I have to walk up here, I'll probably have the gas can and probably the trolling motor battery up here. Maybe even an ice chest, you know, to use as a live well or whatever. Unless I just run a stringer or something. We'll see on that one. But try to keep as much room back here where my feet are as possible. So, question is, how tippy is it going to be with me sitting up that high? But with that at that height, my knees legs are pretty, 90 degree, so it's easy to stand up from that position. And then, like I say, just step forward and grab that for balance if I have to step over this thing. But I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use kind of an anchor system to hold the anchor over, over that, and then have probably move this cleat back here somewhere to tie the anchor rope off. So I'm thinking that way I don't have to climb over, but I may climb over and put a cleat up there to tie off to. I'll probably put a cleat up there anyway. I do have another cleat. So I want to put a light bar up there, looking at an 8-inch one for about $45 at Harbor Freight. And light bar, navigation lights. Debating on whether putting a trolling motor mount up there, because I don't know if I'll stand up in the front to try to fish that way or not. So it's not a bass boat. So anyway, I hope everything will work out good the way I've got it. And with this, I've got it where I can easily just unscrew it when I want to store the boat or whatever, flip it upside down. And like I say, I'll slide the seat out this direction and make that easy enough. So it's ready for the water, I would say. It's ready for day trips. Not my sonar unit right here, fish finder and whatnot. So yeah, I'd say it's ready for the water. Ready to get it wet. I'll tie better rope on the front. Yeah, a few little things. I got, you know, for night fishing, I got to run running light shed and different things like that. But we're getting there. Definitely getting there. It's a little here, a little there. None of this stuff is cheap. Of course, you know, most hobbies aren't. So, hope you enjoyed it.